Welcome to Keys to Love. Author Sheila Fowler invites you to curl up with a saucy book and some new friends for a cozy romance mystery. Calling all bookworms, get ready for a creative and inspired experience where we share romance tips, explore sexy situations, unravel mayhem, and ignite motivation. Get cozy and join us on the tantalizing journey through love and intrigue.
Welcome to the Keys to Love. I am your host, Sheila Fowler. It's so wonderful that you're joining us today. Hey, let me tell you a little bit about myself first, before we get into anything else. My name is Sheila Fowler. I am a local writer. I'm also an actress and a singer and a dancer and I work for a television station and I write these books. Yes, I do. I write romance. I write romance suspense. I write cozy mysteries, which has a little bit of romance in it. And I also tell a little bit about my own life when I write these stories. Like, in particular, when I wrote the story about, an age gap romance. Anybody ever heard of that one? Age gap romance means that there's an older male and a younger female. Well, that's kind of my life. That's kind of the way that I've lived. I've married my husband. Let's see, it's 24 years this year. It's amazing. But we got our start a little bit different than most people, in an unconventional way. I met my husband, George, while I was singing karaoke at Jalapeno Harry's in Wellington. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the place or if you've been there or if it's still around. I'm not sure. This was back in the 90s. And George was sitting about 2 seats down from me at the bar. And I remember looking down there and just seeing the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen in my life. They were like blue, like the ocean. And then he had this moppy brown hair that it just was all muscled all over the place. And he was sitting there with a glass of, it looked like chocolate milk, but it probably wasn't. I mean, it was at a bar, right? And he kept staring at me after I got back from singing. And I looked at him and I said, "Are you going to keep staring at me? Or are you going to ask me to dance?" Well, that was the first time I ever said anything like that. I never thought I would say anything like that. And I don't think I've ever said it again. Maybe I'll say it again to my husband tonight. Honey, you're going to keep staring at me or are you going to ask me to dance? After we finished dancing, I got up again and I sang one of my favorite songs, which is Crazy for You by Madonna. Madonna is like the best, by the way. And George came back and sat next to me this time and he drank Kahlua and milk. That's the chocolate milk I was seeing with him. And the two of us had this long conversation. I don't even remember who else was there with me that night because it was just me and George. And from that moment on, the two of us have been together. It's kind of funny. He was 37 at the time. I was 20. Yes, I was 20 drinking at a bar. Shh, don't tell anyone. But we've been together ever since, through the good times and the bad. But I write a lot about it in my books because I love the way that our love just felt real. It felt kind of nice to meet somebody like that and to get to talk to somebody like that. And it's kind of funny because I always try to wonder, like, what could make a good relationship? Is it that you talk to each other? Well, we talk to each other. We talk to each other every day. Is it that you have common interests? Well, we have one of the biggest common interests. We both love dachshunds. So we had 4 dachshunds at one time. We have one now. His name is Hoagie, and he helps me sell my books. And then George helps me sell my books. He's my personal assistant when we go on the road. And then there's, the TV shows that we like watching. We're big fans of Below Deck. I even wrote a book about it because it was kind of funny. I wanted to do a Below Deck series of books. And then there's our love of football. We both adore the Miami Dolphins. Hello, who doesn't, right? We even went to a couple games together because it was fun. We love baseball, so we went to baseball games together. But that's what we did. We tried to find common interests and common things that we could, come together and see one another. He's older than me, so he's got a little bit more experience than me when it comes to relationships. But we kind of made it work. And the best way to make it work is to get to know each other, to get to talk to each other. So that's what I've been doing for the past 24 years. Oh my goodness. So if you have any questions or if you have anything that you'd like to talk about, you can always call us or write down here in the comments, right here on Facebook. But you can call us at 888-994-4995. And maybe you can come on the air with me and discuss, I don't know, what you think is going on in your love life. Because anybody can have a good love life, a bad love life, but you got to make it work. So I try to make it work by, helping him. So George loves to fix things. Thank God. I have a man that loves to fix things, thank God. But I don't have to worry about the kitchen sink, the garbage disposal breaking, because I know that George will get up in the morning and fix it for me. Or if the lights go out because my hair dryer was on the fritz and it blew out, yes, that's happened a couple times. He goes and he'll fix it. I know I don't have to worry about it. Or if there's something wrong with the car, I know George will go over there and he'll take care of the car for me. But there's also things that I do that he can't do, which is cook. So George doesn't know how to cook, so I'm the big cooker in the family, even on the grill. But it's given me a lot of great opportunities to show him, hey, look, honey, what do you think of this meal? I put it in front of him. You like this stuff? It'll make you a little bit more like a romantic meal. So a lot of people ask me, where do I get my ideas for my books? So there are certain stories that are a little more biographical, autobiographical in that case. And in this case, this book here, this is a 3-book series that I have. And in it, it's all about love in the arts. Because I'm a singer and an actor and a dancer, I decided to put together a book that had all 3 of those things in it. And right now, we're going to come back in a few minutes. We're going to go to a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Ant Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Ant Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
You've been watching Keys to Love. Are you ready for more cozy romance and fireside mysteries? Contact us at 888-994-4995, Studio A. And now back to the show.
Hey, we're back. So, have you guys had any ideas about what you want out of your romance, what you want out of your life? I mean, hey, romance could be between, you and your significant other, if you, I don't know, maybe wanted to go down to the Keys. Oh, the Keys, yes. The Keys to Love. The reason why I named the show Keys to Love is because that is the particular place that I fell in love with my husband. We went down there in 1993-ish, around there, and it was right after Hurricane Andrew had hit. So there was a lot of damage still going on down there, and we had decided that we were going to try to go maybe into the Upper Keys. So we went up to Key Largo, and we found this really cute place. It was like a townhouse, and the two of us went in there, and just, I don't know, it was like a really cute place to fall in love. And he took me fishing for the first time, and that like sealed it for me. Oh my God, I love going fishing now. So George will take me fishing because of our love there in the Keys. And I wrote this whole series of books. I have 8 of them now, and I'm starting up on number 9 here soon, of love and romance and mysteries in the Keys. And what it is, it's a cozy mystery. So the cozy mystery is when you have the romance off the page. So you have, on some books, you have romance on the page. This is romance off the page. And what that means is it's more about the mystery than anything. But there's a little bit of love going on there. And in the first book that I did, it was called One Way Out. And if anybody knows, there's only one way in and one way out of the Keys, and that was my whole reason for beginning the series with the book One Way Out. And it's all about a murder of a ex-wife. Oh, it's convoluted, I'm sorry. But it's a second chance romance. And I've said this to a few other people before, but I believe in second chances. I believe that you can have third chances for that matter, but I love a second chance romance. So that means somebody that you may have fallen in love with back in high school and they came back again. Or maybe it was, somebody that you knew back when you were a kid of some sort. Or maybe it's something later in life. I'm 52. I found love at 20, but there are people that have found love later in life. I like writing about later in life love as well, because there are times in your life when not everybody is a 20-year-old, not everybody is a 30-year-old, and not everything in your life revolves around what your friends did, or drinking at a bar or something to that effect. So I wanted real life experiences and real life romances. And that's where I started when I started writing my first book, which my first book is called Meet Virginia. And it's about a woman who's in her 30s, who's gotten a divorce, and she decides to go to Scotland. I mean, why not? Who would not want to go to Scotland? It's like the most romantic place imaginable. And because it was during COVID when I started writing it, I thought, well, I'd love to go there if I could go there at that time. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't travel anywhere. So that was my way of traveling, was to go and write about it. And so I did that. And then I did another book about going there. And I said, wait a second, why don't I write about places I want to go or places I've been? Okay, and that's where the Keys came in. So that's what I wanted to do. I said, well, because I love the Keys, I'm going to write about the Keys. And then I love music, so I'm going to write about a musician. And that's how my Keys to Love started. So my muse in most of my books is my husband. I don't know if you guessed that or not. Well, it's either that or my dog Hoagie, but we'll talk about that later. But the keys to my love is listening, respecting, and having fun. And that's the keys to almost everybody's life. So if you are interested more in what I've written, or more in what other people have written about love, you can go to my website, SheilaFowlerAuthor.com. And in that, you'll see all of my books are available online there. I'm also available through Amazon. And if you are interested, we can talk about it a little bit more after the break. And we will be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Ant Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Ant Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
You've been watching Keys to Love. Are you ready for more cozy romance and fireside mysteries? Contact us at 888-994-4995, Studio A. And now back to the show.
So cool to be back here. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, if you want to talk to me, call into the call-in line here. It's 888-994-4995. Or you can even ask some questions there on Facebook, and I'll be able to get back to you on that. So a lot of things have changed in the last, we were just talking about this, the last 4 years. How do you find love when you can't leave the house? I mean, geez, everything I was doing in the past 4 years has been through Zoom, for goodness sake. I haven't even been able to see friends at the store even. So where do you find love? Well, I found love at a bar, but where do you find love? So I would love to hear other people's ideas about your idea of finding the perfect mate. Is it, I don't know, maybe somebody that is the opposite of you? I mean, I found somebody who was a little bit opposite of me, but we eventually got together and found out that we had the same goals and interests. Or maybe it's somebody that is, you know, maybe a long distance love. Maybe you didn't know that that person was your true love. But I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I'd love to know more about what your idea about love is. I have my idea about love. I write about it all the time. But I'd love to hear your idea. So if you'd like to, you can always email me. My email address, it's very funny. It's rockafowlers@comcast.net. And you'll be able to get in touch with me if you wanted to discuss a little bit more about your romance or how to make your romance a little bit better. Oh, key lime pie. That's a great idea. If you make your husband a key lime pie, he will love you for life. Just going to say that. Just because, you know, I make my husband key lime pie. He loves it. Plus, it's a part of my book. Romance, mystery, and key lime pie. See? Thank you so much for joining us today. I've had a blast. Oh, thank you. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.
Thank you for joining us on Keys to Love with author Sheila Fowler. Don't forget to follow Sheila on all social media platforms and leave a review. Her books are available on Amazon for your enjoyment and romantic motivations. Or contact the studio at 888-994-4995, Studio A. Until next time, happy reading and may love fill your pages.